which method sells the best, people are saying social media, flyers, website, discounts, radio. They talk about their website, a blog, newsletter, newspapers, business networks. That's not a method. That is distribution channels you can post content on to get customers. Yes, but the question is, which method sells the best? Please remember that there's a huge difference on mediums, platform you can post content on to get new customers. And yes, there's a lot of business opportunity for you to get new customers. Here's what you wanted to remember. Methods. Something you need to learn to use when you are on your platforms to communicate out to the market. And the method that sells the best, we're gonna go in depth right now. We're just gonna go straight at it. The method that I have seen data on that sells the best. And I mean data, I mean actual numbers with me and my clients when we look at the time, energy, and effort and how much money or new customer that brings in. And the answer to that is references. What I mean by references is that your customers, if they are having the expectation high on you, and maybe you over-deliver, that creates so much trust and a feeling of amazement for the customer. When your customer talk to someone else about you due to their amazed experience, that is a reference. Have I stated that clear? Are we on the same page? What the definition of a reference is? Good. Let's go even deeper. So when a customer has come to you with a problem, with pain, with difficulty, and they have trusted you so much with their money, and you have solved or took away a big part of their problem. So the expectation was here again, and you over-delivered, and it was maybe quicker than they thought. The next segment that's happening is in our human and natural behavior. Everyone is actually doing this. Almost all the time, actually, what I see. What we humans do in our social interactions is to constantly tell stories. When we meet our friends or family, people that we deeply care about, have you met friends that there's so many things you need to talk to them about? Maybe you have 4 or 5 things that are really important for you, and you prioritizing the most important one. I think you can agree with that. And the most important one, that is what you share, right? And you might tell a story about it. We humans connect through stories. So when you have a customer that had a massive problem and you have maybe diminished a lot of that pain or really have them experience at least of relief. When your customer meets maybe their best friend, the dialogue and interaction can be as the following. Let's call the client Johanna and let's call her friend Maria. They have not met in 10 days, and these are friends who meet regularly, several times a week even. They meet up, and the first thing Maria is saying to Johanna is, Johanna, how is your back pain? Have you been sleeping better? I've been worried about you. Then Johanna says, yeah, almost my back pain is gone, and I've been sleeping so much better, have so much more energy. Thank you for asking. Then Maria says, but what do you mean it's fully gone? I mean, you could not even move and you can almost not sleep. Tell me what happened. Then Johanna says, I went to this body therapist and I've been in there for 3 treatments and they just, wow. First treatment, and she started telling the story, what happened, first treatment, second treatment, third treatment. And wow, I feel so much better. And maybe she shares what she learned from the body therapist. And she sleeps now much better. What do you think Maria, in her natural state, would say? I have heard a lot of stories like the following that she says. Wow, that sounds incredible. I have some problems with my left shoulder. Do you think they could help me with that? Then maybe Johanna says, well, do you think it's a muscle issue? Well, I don't know, Maria says. Well, you have to go there. If they can solve your problem, they will. So just call them and maybe they can decide if they can help you or not. Here, I'm going to give you their number. Call them right away. Can you see a social interaction and a dialogue with 2 best friends is actually paying out that way? Paving out, rolling out that way? If you amaze them, people will talk about you. That is a marketing message you don't pay for. Isn't that very interesting? And you didn't even ask Johanna for this. She did it due to she want to help her friend. That's the human behavior we all have. Is anything that is very, very, very high value, we're willing to talk about it and share it with people around us. So why is this the best method? When I come in and work with a client and I go really deep with it, I look how they spend their marketing dollars, where they spend their focus. Because a lot of business owners want new clients, new customers. But when I really look at the data, where they have built their whole customer base on, is actually through references. And not even the business owners is aware of that. So isn't that interesting? Maybe they spend $1,000 or $2,000 a month on marketing, but it doesn't bring so much in. It's maybe come from another angle, and that's through references, because they are so great at the service that it creates more references. That's what I've seen again and again and again and again. So maybe you ask yourself, why does references work so well? Johanna has now told her friend Maria about the treatment and about the result she has gotten from it. Maria, who has a deep connection with Johanna and deep trust. Therefore, Maria already now knows who you are. She already likes you. And due to she trusts Johanna so much, she automatically gonna trust you right away. And willing, in a very short decision buying process, in Maria's perspective, willing to book a session with you quick. So that is why references work so well and why the decision process of new customers is short, intense, and they are willing to take action right away to spend money in your company. The side effects with referrals to get new customers in your company, it's to just rely on that is risky, but it's also difficult and tricky to actually affect that. And why is it difficult, you might ask? Well, I'm assuming every reference you ever got, you'd never asked Johanna to talk about you. And I'm assuming you never asked her what to say. Or I don't think you even were there when Johanna talked about you. And what Maria then felt and did, you had no influence on that. So can you see what I mean by that? It's a little bit tricky and difficult to affect your customers to talk more about you. But there are ways to do that in a fun, easy, and engaging way that actually increase the relationship between you and the client, for example, Johanna. And it's an advanced skill, and it demands a lot of more perspectives and a way to connect and communicate with other people. And I would love to teach you about that in the future. You cannot then just rely on referrals as it is in this stage of your development in your business to expand your business. There are other more easier, quicker, and maybe more fun way for you now to have other methods to use on platforms you're already communicating on, I'm supposing, and to get new customers for you. So we will actually begin there. More of those videos is coming up. And all of this to get you fully booked. I see you in the next video.